Hey, welcome to this edition of Thrive. As always, I hope it finds you well, especially in the lead up to Christmas, New Year. Speaking of which, I hope over Christmas, New Year, you will be able to get a break to rest and refuel and recalibrate yourself after this crazy year that's been 2020. And I hope that over that time, you'll get an opportunity to just anticipate 2021 and to think about some things that might be important to you. In fact, as you do that, let me just share with you a thought for a moment. You see, I've been reading Matthew 25, and you're familiar with it if you've been around the church at all. It's the story of this rich person who goes away and leaves his estate in the hands of his three top servants, his three trusted executives. And he leaves it to them. They have full rights to administer his estate as they see fit. And so the first two take what's been entrusted unto them and they double it. And the third one takes what's been given to him, and instead of putting it to use, he buries it, waiting for his master to return, and then gives it back. And of course, the first two get rewarded, and the third one doesn't. And I tell you that story simply because no matter what you may take from it, one of the things that's important to recognize in the midst of it is that what you do with what you have really matters. What you do with your life, what you do with what you've got matters. Not just to you, but to others and to God. You see, it's not about how much talent you've got. It's not about how gifted you are. It's not about the abilities that you may have. It's not about the opportunities that knock on your door. It's about what you do with all of these things. And I want to suggest that if you really want to thrive, then you need to live out of your capacity. You see, that was the criticism of the third servant. It wasn't a lack of ability. You don't get to be one of the top trusted executives of wealthy people through lack of ability. He was capable. It's just he failed to live out of that. And over the break, I want to encourage you to think about how you live out of your capacity. Maybe it's an ideal time to take an inventory. So ask yourself, what abilities and talents do I have? You know, often when I say that, people fall into one or two categories. Those who can quickly reel off a whole list of things, and the others who say, well, I'm not so sure, I'm just average. No one's just average. You have gifts and abilities that no one else does. You know, the easiest way to discover those is to take a step back and think about it. Think about those times when people have said something like, oh man, you make that look so easy, so effortless. I wish I could do that. Or they say something like, man, you're such a natural at. You see, everyone has abilities and talents and gifts. It's just sometimes we don't see them because they haven't been valued by other people, but they're there. And so take a step back and examine your life and identify what your gifts and abilities are. And then ask yourself, how am I investing those? You know, how am I using my talents and abilities to help others? You see, if you want to thrive, then you really need to live for others and not for self. And so a question to ask is, how do I invest my life on behalf of others? What am I doing to leverage my gifts and talents to help others step into theirs, to help others find their voice? And once you do that, then ask yourself, what can I do to improve? You know, what attitudes do I need to change? Where do I need to change? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to address in order to live out of my gifts and talents, to live out of capacity more naturally? You know, where do I need help to do some of these things? You know, there's nothing wrong with asking people to help you become the version of you that you want to become. There's nothing wrong. In fact, it's all to your credit to recognize, I need help to get over this hump, or I need help to develop this ability. I need help to develop this talent. I need help to let go of this attitude. So ask yourself, what help do I need? And then what's the next step? In 2021, what's the next step for you to start living out of your capacity, to start living out of your talents and abilities, to start living and leveraging what you have for others? Because as you do that, you're going to thrive. And when you thrive, you help others thrive. As you find your voice, you give voice to others. And so over the Christmas New Year break, I just encourage you, take some time out to take an inventory of your gifts, your talents, and ask yourself, how am I investing these for others? What do I need to do to improve that? So I hope that's helpful. As always, until next time, God bless.